standing by someone who understands all of this. He is a business place expert. We've had Joel Patterson on the show many times before. It's great to have him back. He's somebody that understands everything. He has a number of different things in his arsenal, including some books we want to talk about. But Joel Patterson, how are you on this glorious Saturday?
I am doing well, hanging in there, just trying to avoid the as much Thanksgiving nightmare as I possibly can.
Well, so what did you do? Did you go down to a bunker? Did you lock yourself in down there? Do you have a sack over your head that'll keep the COVID virus out? Did you not go out after 10 o'clock at night because we all know the COVID virus strikes at 10:01? What did you do?
Yeah, there's no doubt. Nothing outdoors in the evening for me, but we actually had a Thanksgiving trip planned to Mexico that we canceled because of everything going on.
Yeah,
so
wise idea.
We stayed home. We stayed home and just had a nice small family dinner. It was actually really good.
Good. Well, I'm glad you had a good time. This whole thing about office parties, they were always kind of a dicey thing for a company to have in the first place. Alcohol involved, employees involved. They were kind of on life support before COVID, weren't they?
Well, you'd be surprised how many people still, those stereotypes exist for a reason. I think they still are alive and well in a lot of ways. I think people are more aware of the craziness that might happen at a holiday party, but they're still having a lot of them, but not this year. Like you said a minute ago, that's down to about 6% of companies are having an in-person party. So it's in the extreme minority of companies that are willing to continue to do so. And it doesn't seem like people are really even all that excited about trying to attend one. We're all tired of the COVID environment, but I don't think anybody's ready to get in the mix with a lot of loud music and dancing. And, it just feels odd to say that, but that's just not the mode people are in right now.
Well, this Huffington Post YouGov survey said that nearly 6 in 10 of the people they survey would want a gift, and they would like a cash bonus, maybe in lieu of a holiday party. So it sounds like that employees are moving away from that kind of thinking, too.
Yeah, clearly, and I think a lot of people are looking at more of a cash or a gift bonus. Half the people are looking for more PTO. So if you can give them more time off, that might do the job as well. But a cash bonus seems to be the easiest and the one gift that everybody's going to truly love. So if you're looking for something simple, this year of all years, I don't think you have to look at it as if it's a cop out or just kind of something you just throw in. I think cash bonus is actually going to be very well received this year.
If you run a large company where you have thousands, maybe tens of thousands employees, a global company, it would seem to me that as a bonus, PTO would be an easy thing. It wouldn't. What does it cost you? You're just maybe increasing the workload for a handful of other people, and they too will get PTO as well. So it seems to me that's an easy get, is it not?
Especially with New Year's coming up, or if you just want to have a couple of 3-day weekends over the year. That makes a big difference for people. Yeah, I totally agree. You can expense it differently. From an actual out-of-pocket cost, it's usually very minimal. So there's nothing wrong with going that route. And like you're saying before, very few companies are continuing to have the party, but only 7% of people want a party. So keep that in mind, too, when you're really thinking through what the bonuses for the year should be.
Yeah, and even if you do it virtually by Zoom, I think everybody's zoomed out. That's how business was conducted for 9 months. Do you really want to conduct your business for 8 hours on a given day and then come back 2 or 3 hours later and have a Zoom party? It makes absolutely no sense.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one, too. You kind of compare it to what happened at the beginning of COVID, where we were having a lot of these spontaneous online happy hours. And honestly, I see very few people still doing that. And for just the reasons you mentioned, they're just sick of being on Zoom. And so when you think about relaxing, it's not that. It's not new anymore. It's not interesting. People are just kind of worn out on it. And so you might find some people that are going to really enjoy that and embrace it, but I'm not sure I would recommend a Zoom holiday party this year.
Do you sense there are a lot of companies that offer holiday bonuses anymore?
Oh, for sure. They're different shapes and sizes. Sometimes they can resort to the Christmas Vacation Jelly of the Month Club if you want, but usually it's a percentage of salary or maybe a 1 week salary, or they're doing a flat rate, and that can be all over the place. If everybody gets $250 or something like that. I think this year of all years, even if you can only do a minimal amount, people are going to recognize that that's really, probably cutting into a lot of what you could otherwise do with that money, and I think they'll really appreciate that.
See, I think this is the year for companies to give bonuses out if they have not, or traditionally have not, or if they're thinking about not continuing it, because I'll be honest with you, as tough as this was this year on companies, it was equally, if not more tough on employees that stayed with those companies, maybe through downsizing, maybe through underemployment, whatever it may be. I think it's really good business sense for a company to give out bonuses or give out gifts at this time of the year, because I think the people they're giving them to would appreciate them more than they would perhaps in a normal year. What do you think?
I agree with you on that one too. I mean, it just means something. It's more than just the act of the gift. It's more than just the amount you spent on the gift. It's the fact that you're demonstrating that you care about your people, and hopefully you're finding a gift that is meaningful, not something that nobody's ever going to use again, right? I mean, finding something that you can share and everybody will wear with pride or show other people with pride, I think that goes a long way. But if you can do more of a cash gift, I agree, this is the year that people can really use that, and they'll really appreciate what they can do with that money, maybe even more so than in years past.
Joel, I worked for a company once, and it was during the time that there was great downsizing and the economy had crashed by and large and was trying to dig its way out. And the holiday gift that the company gave out were money clips. And I'm thinking, what are you talking about? I said, I just took a haircut with my salary. How about some money to go in the money clip? I mean, it's all touching, it's all timing. But I mean, I understood that the intent was there and that they wanted to say thank you. But you think that do you think that even after COVID leaves, even after we're past this pandemic, that holiday parties are going to come back? You think they will make a comeback?
I do. They may not be the same, just like anything else. I mean, what a restaurant's going to look like in the future, what's changed permanently. But I think that holiday parties are a really good outlet for people to get together, especially the more virtual that we get with our organizations. If you have the ability to bring people into one location and spend a little time and develop some social relationships, I mean, that's invaluable. There's a lot of upside to them other than just getting drunk and being, making bad decisions, which is what usually gets the most notice.
Getting drunk and making bad decisions. I think that's something that is common to a lot of us at a lot of times, but maybe not in the holiday season. Joel, where can people find you if they're interested? Because it sounds like you're a level-headed guy that might be able to help some of these companies that are looking for level-headedness. Where can they find you?
Yeah, the easiest way is to go to joelpatterson.com and just reach out through there, and love to talk to anybody about what they've got going on in their business.
All right, Joel, stay well. I tell everybody that's on this station when I'm on the air, just stay healthy. We need to hear your voice in 2021. Thank you.
Thank you.